Hey, what's up, guys? Just throw up a quick video of my review on the new movie VHS. I believe it hit video on demand. It hit theaters October, and I think DVD and Blu-ray in November. Not sure on that one though, but it's directed by Matt Olpin, David Bruckner, and 8 more directors. It's a very, very interesting movie. It stars Calvin Reeder, Lane Hughes, Adam Wingard, and a whole bunch more. So to get into the story, it's about a group of guys who are hired by someone. That's something you never find out. They're hired by someone to break in a house and steal a tape, a VHS tape. And as soon as they get in the house, there's a dead body in the house. And the old guy, they said there's an old guy that lives there, and they end up finding him dead in the TV room. And so on from there, there's pretty much a few stories. So if you like campfire tales and horror movies with tales on them, you'll definitely enjoy this movie. So it starts out with the first story, 3 guys, and they record them going out trying to find girls, and they find 2 girls. One girl's very, very weird, the other girl's very, very drunk. So they take them back to their hotel room, and the other girl passes out, and then they start to flirt with the other girl, who's very weird, and she keeps telling this one guy, the guy wearing the glasses camera, that she likes him. And the drunkest guy, he starts to take her clothes off, and the other guy takes his clothes off, and she looks at the guy that she likes and starts to take his clothes off, and he runs to the bathroom because he's very nervous. And the other guy comes running in the bathroom because she bit him, and he peeks out the door, and she sees him attacking the other guy, and she just kills him. And they run back into the bathroom because the door is on the other side where she is, and they run back into the bathroom, and he grabs the shower hook, and of course he tries to hit her with it, and that does nothing, so she gets him. And then the other guy finally gets away, and she grabs him and just flies straight up in the air. So she's some kind of demon bat. I'm not sure what she is. She looks very, very weird, and she has very sharp teeth, and her forehead splits open. So that's the first story. That's what the first story is about. And then it cuts back to the 4 guys who are looking for this VHS tape. So they find another tape, and they start to watch that tape. And it's about a couple, and it starts off in their hotel room, and they get a weird knock on the door about a girl who wants a ride in the middle of the night, 4 in the morning. And he thinks it's weird that she didn't wait until the morning to ask him for a ride. But it cuts to another person walking in the room with the camera, and this person starts to feel on them and take their clothes off and like rub their toothbrush and toilet, just weird stuff. And this goes on, and then another time they fall asleep. Person just starts stabbing him in the throat, cuts his throat, starts stabbing him, just drags him out of the bed, just keeps stabbing him. And then you find out that it's the girl who asked for a ride, and his wife actually is the cameraman. It is pretty weird. And then cuts back to the guys again, and he puts in another tape, and on to story 3. Story 3 is about four people, two girls and two guys, and a couple. So they start out in the woods, and the guy's girlfriend is going on about a story or something about a murder who was there, and then another guy takes the camera and he goes into the woods after the blonde, and she's using the bathroom. The next thing you know, she gets stabbed in the face with a long Bowie knife, and there's like some kind of shadow figure. It's a guy, but he won't show up on the camera. It's pretty weird. It's creepy. And he kills the guy, and the girl who was telling the stories comes up and picks up the camera, and then she goes back to her boyfriend, and she starts telling him that she used them as bait to get them into the woods because she was there before when the first murder started happening and nobody believed her. So she has all these traps set up for this guy, and he comes up behind her boyfriend and slices his throat, starts chasing her, and she, like I said, she has all these traps set up for him, and she keeps getting him, but she keeps wondering why he won't record, and of course she keeps running, and then eventually she dies. She gets slit in half and her guts are everywhere, and that's the end of that tape. So, and then again it cuts back to the guys who are looking for this tape that they were hired to steal, and they're going through these tapes, and I'm now on a paranormal story about a girl who just moved into her apartment, and she's on a webcam with her boyfriend, and she gets this weird bruise, and then she tells him to record at night when they're talking, and she opens the door, she sits down, and then this little girl comes running in, and then shuts the door, slams it, and then runs out. It's pretty creepy. And then the next day, she wanted to ask her landlord if there was any deaths in her apartment before, and he says no. But her boyfriend on the webcam, I guess he's in Michigan or something like that, and she gets this big hole in her arm. And then one night she's walking around with the camera, and he tells her to close her eyes because she's real scared. And then these three ghostly children pop up, and it's creepy. She just gets knocked down to the ground. Next thing you know, her boyfriend jumps up. About 7 seconds later, he comes running in the room, and you're just like, what the hell? And he's like cutting her open and stealing her kidneys, and talking to the girls about their plan, and it's just very weird. And then she wakes up, she has no idea he's there doing this, and she wakes up, and the doctor he recommended, I guess, he told her she was schizophrenic, so now she thinks she's crazy. And her boyfriend, so-called boyfriend, I don't know what he is, he's just like some kind of weird kidney hunter guy, I guess. And then at the end of that, it cuts to him doing the same thing with another girl, and then it ends the story like that. So it's one of those wake up the bathtub full of ice kind of stories. But it's a very interesting story. I'm just giving you the straight like 1 minute review on each one of these. These are about 20 minutes each, and there's a couple spoilers, and there's a lot of doors left open for you guys to watch. So let's cut to another story. I think this is the last story. Yeah, this is the last story, and it's about four guys who are looking for this party they were invited to, and they get to the house, all the lights on, and nobody there. Very, very old, weird, creepy house, and they start looking for everyone, they find a way in and they start looking for everyone, and they start hearing noises. They try to figure out how to get upstairs, and they finally get upstairs, and there's some kind of exorcism thing going on here, and they think it's part of the Halloween party, and they just start, the other guys start freaking out, and then they start grabbing their throats, and then next thing you know, they start flying up in the ceiling. It's very, very creepy. They have a girl tied up. She's all dressed in white. She's tied up. All the teenagers that came for the party run out, and then they start thinking about the girl, and they run back in, untie her, and again these guys start flying up in the ceiling as they're running out. This guy's costume is like, he's got like a teddy bear costume with the camera in the eye. So all these are first person or point of view cameras. Yeah, so they're all point of view, and they grab this girl, they get in the car, and they start going. But before they get in the car, there's some kind of like hands and stuff coming out the wall. The blinds are closing, the doors are closing, the windows are starting to enclose. There's stuff flying up in the air, dishes and stuff like that. So it's pretty weird. So they get in the car and they pull off, and the girl, and she's in the back seat, and she just disappears. And then she's outside the car, standing in front of the car, like twirling around with her dress up, and it's just weird. And surprisingly, the cars, or not surprisingly, but of course the car is dead, stopped on the train track. It won't start, move, doors won't open, and then you just see the light coming from the train, and that's it. I'm not going to tell you what happened to the guys with the VHS, or that was hired to get the VHS, because there is a backstory to those 4 guys that happened in between these stories. But overall, this is a fantastic movie. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Very, very highly recommended. You can get your hands on an early copy or the video on demand or anything like that. Definitely watch it. I watched it on video on demand online. Very, very interesting movie. You can check, if you want to see it in the theaters, you can check your local theater. The official date, let me look up the official date for you guys. It's 116 minutes. August 10th it was released, or January 22nd it was played at the Sundance Film Festival. August 10th it was released on video on demand, and October 5th we have a limited release in theaters, and then I think in November it will have a DVD release. So that was just my review. That was one of my first reviews. I'm going on 13 minutes here. I don't want to drag it out too long, but I just hope you guys enjoyed that. Just trying to give you guys a full-on review of this movie that has not yet been released or put in theaters yet. So there you guys go. Like I said, highly recommended. So there you go. Take it easy. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.